All right, what's up, folks? Welcome. We're playing an Up the Beanstalk deck from the Pro Tour. Wait, hold on. Not that Up the Beanstalk deck. All right, so we played Matt Nass's winning deck. Obviously, Domain did very well at the Pro Tour. Very quietly, though. I mean, top 8 was 3 Domain decks, 3 different red aggro decks, Jeskai Oculus, and then an oddball deck in 8th place played by Zevin Fost, who also went 8-2 in Standard of the Swiss. Freaking Golgari Graveyard deck. And I built a similar deck to this in 10 New Brews a while back, utilizing the interaction between Up the Beanstalk, which obviously a really, really good card, alongside the very expensive graveyard cards that have affinity for the graveyard. Weren't they going to change this to be affinity? Wasn't that part of like a recent update? I don't know. But so all these cards, you know, they say they cost 5, 6, 7 mana, whatever, but they only cost 1 or 2, hopefully. So I'll draw a card off Beans. And then also, Overwhelming Remorse is an insane removal spell if you're doing the thing you want to be doing. 1 black mana, exile creature, planeswalker, draw a card. That's the ceiling, which is pretty good. So, Harvester of Misery, Overlord of the Baelmerk. Just gotta dump things in the graveyard here. Molt Tender, Sea-Note Scout, Gnawing Vermin. Fill the graveyard, play creatures, kill stuff, draw cards. Souls of a Lost here is a pretty polarizing card that's really, really good against the red decks. Just freaking huge. Not as good against the decks that can kill it easily, but it's fine. And sideboard-wise, we got Scrap Shooter to kill the Rest in Pieces and Friends that are going to come in everywhere. Balos, the discard to Hopeless Nightmare. Terror Tide's a great sweeper if you're filling up the graveyard. And then a couple little one-ups here, Haywire Might, and so on and so forth. So, really, really fun deck, really, really cool deck. It's kind of insane. It's like top 8 of the Pro Tour, and like it hasn't really been one of his storylines, but here it is. So, we're going to play it right here, right now, and do our thing. Brought to you by Elgato. Elgato partner and damn proud of it. How do I do this? It's those. I got a lot of buttons, folks, and you can do a lot of things with that thing beyond just playing fun sound effects. You can control basically every aspect of your computer, media, everything else is just great. Elgato stuff runs my entire stream: Facecam, key lights, microphone, Wave XLR, Stream Decks. Super easy to use, super high quality. Check them out, elgato.com. Please use the link in the description chat. They do sponsor me, obviously. Use promo code ZZ-Jim5 for 5% off your order. Elgato partner and damn proud of it. Let's get to the graveyard. We are on the draw. Our opponent is mulliganed, and we have a 1-land Mortuary hand with double Molt Tender. It's a little tempting, honestly. If we just draw, say we just draw a land on turn 2, we surveil into a land, play double tender, and kind of go from there. I'm gonna keep. I'm feeling risky. I'm feeling frisky. Shaq coming out with me. Let's do our thing. Head asks, when you are in serious mode online or in paper, do you mentally hit your soundboard? Not usually. Occasionally, I'll say I'm gonna Leroy, you know, and I'm tackling everything, but you know, but. Of course, first, remember to follow, but make sure you like, comment, subscribe, support the content, obviously. Made it to the Arena Open, which is great. You missed the Pro Tour recap video. It's up regarding my entire Pro Tour run. And then we are working on Bingo. We are working on the behind the scenes, behind the Pro Tour video, following me and Reed through the entire testing process. It's going to be awesome, but it's a lot of work. So we're looking at a release date of next Saturday, Saturday the 8th for that. Going to be really, really cool, though, and something to look forward to. And the kind of thing where I really appreciate your support too, because like I'm definitely losing money making these videos, but it's a lot of fun. So, all right, opponent's playing the blue-white control deck from the Pro Tour, playing my deck also. This is a deck that Eli Cassis and Arnie Huschenbeth crushed the event with. That's fine. We're just gonna double tender here. Just gonna tender me tenders, and hope I don't have a lockdown. I have to relearn Poker Face after being expressive on stream a little bit, but I can be pretty stone-faced when I want to be. So, yeah, if they have Rest in Peace post board and stuff, could be not great for us. Sunfall is a card that really dipped in popularity after the Pro Tour. So, this is interesting. Oh, they're the Omniscience deck. Oh, okay. That's really bad for us. We have, like, no interaction for this at all in Game 1. This is going to be a tough one. And they have to hit the Awakening too. All right, so they're on the actual nut draw here. They've been to Omniscience off of their Moment of Truth. They hit the Awakening off their Archaeologist, and they're just gonna kill us next turn, basically. That's a bummer. Not much we can do here to stop that. We're basically just dead, but that's okay, I suppose. We can play like they don't got a 4th land, but yeah, not a good matchup for us. Good news is they can't Rest in Peace, because that would obviously screw them up. So, Yeah, we'll Vermin. Just do some Vermining. If they don't draw a land 4, that could be a possible out for us, but... The old tendies here are pretty good. You know, being able to mill and then also make mana. I think this card's pretty nice. I hit the wrong button. Now I hit the wrong button, though.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
I meant to make mana there. We're dead anyway. It doesn't matter, so... Yeah, we'll watch them do it. So if you haven't seen this combo before, this deck did not make much noise at the Pro Tour. You know, it's vulnerable to graveyard hate and creature removal and a lot of things. But play Omniscience, all your things are free. It is a 1/1 flyer, so it's very, very vulnerable. So any removal spell can kill it. But if you can't kill it, they play an Invasion. They go get a Season of Weaving. They cast Season of Weaving. They bounce all the stuff. They make a copy of the Omniscience and then keep playing stuff. Invasion for another invasion, yada, 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 and they combo. And the kill is, what's the kill? I don't remember the kill. I think they can make infinite tokens, something like that. I don't really remember exactly. They can get a kill however they want to once they have Omniscience in play. So, obviously, the absolute stone nuts for them. Could not have a better draw. Turn 4, do the thing. So, good for them. GG, is what it is. So, we'll look at our sideboard and see what we got in there. And we've got the Haywire Mites. Scrap Shooter, unfortunately, doesn't do a lot against them because they're unlikely to play Omniscience and then not just win the game immediately. The one Duress. Yeah, I mean, our Remorses are not very good. Neither is Harvester of Misery. At least Harvest is a creature. We can just bring in these Scrap Shooters, I think. So, cut the Remorses. Bring in some Scrap Shooters. Beans aren't great either if we need to kill them. I'm sorry. We don't want the Remorses for the actual creature. Oh, actually, hold on a second. So, the Harvesters might actually be good because Harvester kills Omniscience creature and they can't counter it. A lot of times their counterplay towards for you killing the 1/1 Omniscience is they have some sort of like counter spell they can cast for free, but you can't counter the Harvesters. So maybe I should do want the Harvesters. And realistically, any random creature is fine for our clock. And then do I want... I mean, cutting a Beans or two is also reasonable. Because we're just not... This is a speed matchup, not a card advantage matchup. And then do I want some Remorses to have that backdoor option also? I mean, the good news is we can return the Harvester with like the Overlords and stuff. So we can, if we can find it and use it. And the Might cannot kill an Omniscience either. Because it's a creature. Interesting. Weird deck. Just don't play these, I guess. Just play some thingies. Yeah, I don't know. Molt Tender seems pretty good to me. I know that the Sorrel guy is also pretty good, but I don't know. Molt Tender's kind of nice. The mana was pretty good that game, so. So this way we have 5 ways to exile the Omniscience doing it like this. I think that the Mites are better than the Scrap Shooters. Because they also make they want to make a copy of Omniscience, so they can kill a copy too, so I think it's good. On the play. We're going to mulligan. Not good. Again, not a great matchup. You know, the thing about a deck like this is it's very linear, and decks that are doing weird things, you just like, I'm just playing creatures, you know, so... Oh my god, we're getting wrecked here. Alright. I mean, Molt Tender's good. We're going to keep this... Souls of a Lost is pretty sketchy. We need to find some things to do, but... Yeah, I'm just going to ship this. Souls is awkward with the Molt Tenders as well, but... Alright, so we're going to go Land Molt Tender. Then we can go Vermin Molt Tender, maybe Might. Just kind of like get things on the board. They have rats and stuff too. It could be bad for us. Alright, so let's play Vermin. Oh, I guess Might kills that too, so that's nice. So, oops. Don't do that. Gonna make it green. Cast an Attendee and just say go. Everyone loves their Tendies, right? It's a cool land. That's a Bob Ross land. Cool. Chart a course. Chart a course.
Everyone needs to drive a vehicle, even the very tall.
Alright, so Marauder not doing much so far. We're going to Vermin again. Mill 2. We get 1 creature. I mean, I think we're just attacking. And just going to mill twice in the end step. Chicken tendies, gold tendies, they're all good. Play land. No lockdown's cool. They also didn't discard Omniscience either. So, like, they were on the nuts last game. They are not on the nuts this game. So, Millikar Tendy. It's duress, tilts. That's the problem, too, is that, like, every non-creature in this deck is, like, really rough. So we just mill a bunch of non-creatures, and, like, that doesn't do anything for us, you know? So we draw land. Instead of mill again. We mill creature here. We still can't cast the thing. Mill another land? Come on.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Alright. At this point, we can't even cast Marauders, so... Still gonna keep milling. Attack for 2. We play the Might. Like, they have Day Judgment's terrible for us. I'm just gonna go. Probably have, like, card draw spell, then maybe, like, Day or something like that. Here's a Confounding Riddle. This is the card that counters their removal spell for free with the Omniscience in play. And they put these 3 in the bin. So, again, they didn't hit their Omniscience. So, game 1, they were on all cylinders. This game, oh my god, they have Blast Zone. It's honestly fine, right? They kill my stuff, I just get a bunch of cards. So, mill a card. Or we're in combat, whatever, it's fine. We hit another land. We just could not hit a creature. There are no creatures in our deck. And now we just act with everything and see if they Blast Zone or not. That's fine. Corey! My commentary partner. Aww. 1 week from today, me and Corey will be in the booth at SCGCon Charlotte doing coverage of the regional championship. I'll be wearing a tie. I'm going to look for dapper. Corey's not wearing a tie. Feel free to throw things at him. Gonna be a lot of fun, though. So thanks to Ray Corey. You don't follow Corey, you're dumb. Corey's great. Good friend of mine for a long time. I love Corey. Good people. You might wear pants? Wow. I was thinking about doing the Patrick Sullivan, the basketball shorts with this suit on top. I might run that, honestly. Corey should wear a bow tie. Corey, how many gifted subs to me on my channel for you to wear a bow tie? I want to know. How many? Yes, in honor of Matt Ness. So, they end step riddle. They miss again on their Omniscience. 1K. 1K dollars or 1K gifted subs? Because, folks, we can make this happen. We can get Corey with a bow tie. I'll even buy him dinner, all right? Here's temporary lockdown, sure. That's actually pretty good for us because I can get all my triggers again. Either, wow. Heard here first, folks. I'll buy Corey a nice dinner, too. So, all right, let's might this. Gain some life. ETBs. Mill us. We have to be some creatures in our deck, right? There's 1. There's 2. All right, so now our thing costs 3. We still can't cast it. We say go. We do have the Remorse to kill an Omniscience creature, and they've already used 2 riddles. So, like, that might work. They're going to stock up. Sure. We're going to Wendy's. Getting some tendies. Stock up's really good. Definitely a really good card. Matt Ness wearing some rough basketball shorts. Matt, like, wore sweats into the arena and then, like, took them off like freaking LeBron James taking off his starter pants. It was awesome. Then wins the whole freaking tournament. Matt's sick. All right, so untap. More Vermins. All right. I mean, they have his Blast Zone, too, which is kind of rough, but whatever. Yeah, this is definitely a deck where the swings are going to be real. Because, like, sometimes you're going to mill 10 creatures and just you're not with nuts. Sometimes you're going to brick like this and just hit all your non-creatures and it's going to suck. But, all right, we got a Marauder here also. We have a Remorse. Wendy Nugs are medium, says chat. Wow. Shots fired. All right, we're going to... I mean, we just attack, right? Like, we'll attack with everything. Play a 2-mana Marauder and hold up Remorse. All right. All right, here's a Marauder. They've already cast 2 Confounding Riddles. It'd be embarrassing if they had a 3rd. But again, Remorse killing the Omniscience is pretty real, and they don't even have Omniscience yet, so... Excuse me. So, they discard a card. If they don't discard a card that costs 4 more, we draw. They discard Omniscience. All right. Well, that's cute, I guess, but I'm sure they had some other way to discard that. Omniscience. This deck was played a little bit at the Pro Tour, but very, very little. Top finishing version of a deck is pretty far down. Here's the Awakening, sure. Top finishing version went 6 and 4 in the hands of Aldrin Alexander Berberi. So they cast Invasion. In response, we cast this. If they have a way to counter it, we lose. But whatever. What are you gonna do? The Goblin deck went 4, 5, and 1. Also not very good. All right, well, whatever. What are you gonna do? So they already cast 2 riddles. They had the 3rd copy also. Pretty bad matchup. Our draws are pretty bad. That's Magic, baby. Is what it is, you know? So they combo, they win. It's not a big deal. Definitely a bad matchup for us. But again, not a super popular deck. So it is what it is. No worries. Kuna Matata, etc., etc. My bad. Apparently, it looks like Marco Del Pivo and Sean Goddard both went 7 and 3 with Omniscience at the Pro Tour. So, a better showing than I thought. On the draw, opponent's mulliganed. We have a Marsh, triple Moltenders. I'm going to keep. With a Tendy. Talk fast to work an auction. And I got $2.
I'm Fly. I'm Pilot.
Heartfire Hero. This is, I imagine, not a great matchup for this deck, but we will find out. Vermin block won't work out most of the time. I think we're going to get Tendy going here. We can go Tendy, Vermin, Tendy. Gruul definitely the, or I guess just Heartfire Hero, Manifold Mouse, Monstrous Rage. Kind of like the real policeman of the format. You know, just like, this is the litmus test at the Pro Tour house. Like, if we had a brew, couldn't beat Gruul, we were done. Not even playing anymore. Not even worth the time. So, we draw an Overlord. We could go Vermin, Tendy, Tendy. Or we can just go... We're not playing Maverick, we're playing Tender, we're playing the Pro Tour list. I know they said Maverick might be better. I'm actually kind of like the Tendies, so could be wrong, but... I kind of like... Vermin... If we Vermin hit 2 creatures, we'll just cast something else, I guess. That's fine. I got their turn 2 as Village, which is pretty good for us, so... Mill 2. This time we hit creature, obviously, sure. So, we're not going to want to exile those, so we'll just cast another Tendy and just... mill another card and just do our thing, right? It's fine. If we had hit a non-creature, I would exile it for mana, but we didn't, so it's cool. Yes, and Gruul is good against Domain, which is why I was scared off playing Domain. Big mistake. Definitely up there, my top 5 Magic regrets was not playing Domain at this Pro Tour. They're going to Village again. Wow. All right. I'm pretty sure we're happy just to block with the Vermin here. It won't kill it, obviously, but that's fine. Just want to soak up damage before they get Monstrous Rage going. They have a Rage here. It's pretty bad for us, but just kind of is what it is. We do have big blockers coming, hopefully. Great. That's very good for us. Yes, the Domain Mirror was one of my main factors against playing Domain. The fact that, like, the Gruul matchup, the deck we thought was the best deck in the room, that's a great draw, was not very good. And then the Mirror was like a 45% matchup where, like, you might just draw 10% of the time, which is really, really bad, too. So, all right, we got a Marsh in the bin. We're going to start with an Overlord, I think. Hulk, yeah. Try to get lucky with the Overlord. Opponent could have Snakeskin Veil. It's possible. Top 4. We hit creature. Oh, my God. So all the creatures we couldn't hit last game, we're hitting this game. Now we have a 1-mana Hulkburster. Wow, this is sick. I guess I have Souls of a Lost too. We can cast Souls of a Lost. It would be very, very large. Although it will not be as big once I remove this in the graveyard and 2 other cards to cast it. So, Gravestalker, Vermin. You gotta go here. I gotta pick a card. I'm gonna get back Souls. Oh my god. Please God. I screwed up. I didn't realize that moving that card would get me off Hull Burster. Discard that. We draw a card. Alright. I'm just gonna, on their turn, Remorse this thing. So no attacks. Say go. Wanted to guess Hulk Burster screwed up.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Rope was kind of getting me here. I'm just gonna let them take their turn with their Remorse up. It's pretty well hidden. They may cast Innkeeper's Talent or something like that. If they go for a village, it's also fine too, which they've been doing every turn. So sure. Also, our block is fine here too. So 5/4, and they can't Rage and Snakeskin Veil because of the villages. They just say go. Wow. I'm just gonna mill a card. That's interesting. So we draw an Overlord. So we have 6 creatures in the graveyard, 1 non-creature. We play Souls of a Lost. We can discard a creature, and then play a 1-mana Swarm. Also have Remorse up too. That's really good. So they're really like floundering here. They just aren't doing very much. But play Souls of a Lost, discard a card, or we can sack the Overlord. Nah, I think Overlord's good. Sack this or discard this. And then we're going to exile land, play Hulk Burster, and leave up Remorse. I like that. Let's attack. Souls of a Lost does seem like a pretty good answer for Gruul. Just big dumb idiot. And then let's exile 4 black. Exile a land. It will shrink the souls, but I think the 6/6 death touch is worth it. And just say go. I mean, their draw was very bad this game. Not going to try and, sugarcoat this win here. If we win, which I think we're going to, but Questing Druid. All right, so this is fine. We're going to exile this now. Pay it black. Dump in a creature. Whatever. Well worth it to exile the Heartfire hero. So, yeah. Their draw was heinous this game. They drew really badly. They hit 2 lands off their Questing Druid. Our draw was... It was like a little awkward, but pretty good. But yeah, this is pretty nice for us. Yeah, all right, cool. So we'll do that. And what's our sideboarding? So we're going to bring in the Cut Down. I don't think we want Terror Tide against them. Harvester of Misery. And then are we interested in Balos? I think Beans on the draw are pretty sketchy. I think shaving like 2 Beans is fine. The Cut Down's nice. The 3rd Harvester's nice. Bailoff is like not particularly good against Gruul. They just like attack in chunks of 10, not 3, so I think this is good. I could also see an argument for just bringing in Haywire Might. Haywire Might can destroy hate, and then also just blocks and gains life. I should like that a lot. Bring in the Mites, and shave probably the Gravestalkers. Just like want to limit my exposure to Graveyard Hate a little bit, if possible. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Alright. I think that's great. Keep this. Great destruction. It's good. It's a good end. One of the most important things about any graveyard deck is like having a good plan for hate. Our Oculus deck was the same thing at the Pro Tour. Here's Swifty. Not a card usually seen in Gruul, actually, but we are back in gold because ladder reset. But alright, so we got Molt Tender. A lot of Molt Tenders and a Mortuary. Do you want a Tendy first or Mortuary first? I mean, just Molt Tender. Make it Mortuary, just bin the card if it's a creature or land. Same with Scout too. have a lot of ways to make put a card together for Moltender, so this card's fun. I like Moltender. Alright, so they play Lance, they go. They clearly have the adventure card. We draw a Verge, pretty cool. Just start doing our thing, right? We have no payoffs right now, but that's okay. We mill first, then scout, because we want to be able to keep a card on top if it's good. Alright. Mill over creature. Sure. Don't want to exile as a Moltender. It's fine. Just play scout. Or another Tendy. Let's be another Tendy. Let's play Tendy and say go. So play Tendy, say go. 18 life, get our mill on. Obviously, just like, this is a deck of chump blocks fine, too. You know, we want cards in the graveyard, so. Working towards our 5-piece nugget here. Remember the Wendy's 4-4-4 deal? Or 4-4, or was it 4-for-4 deal or whatever? It was like a value nuggets, a value fry, a cheeseburger, and a drink for like $4. Those are the days. Whew. Those are the days.
Pointless nostalgia.
They're going to cast a Pyroclasm, which in theory is good for them, right? It's a 3-for-1. But like, this means they're not playing their Manifold Mouse, and we're just putting creatures in the bin, which makes our top decks really good, so. Mill of Remorse. We also kill our creature too. Oh my god. Oh no. Hit Monsters Rage, I assume. Alright, sure. Almost a disaster. So, take 5. They don't play their mouse, which is huge for us. We draw land. That's not ideal. So we're going to go Mortuary, Vermin Mill, then Scout, and try and keep a good card on top. Cut down. I think Mortuary should have been... It was Vermin first. Whatever. Screw that. I screwed up. I don't think there's even a way to, like, utilize the Mortuary and the Scout properly. I should have Vermin first, though. Whatever.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Those are some good cards. Alright, sure. Here's a Scout. We draw land. Okay. Kind of wanted some of those, but sure. Bin till you win. I love it. That's gonna be the name. That's gonna be the YouTube thumbnail. Thank you. It's here for Unparalleled Dev. Doing my work for me. Not getting paid for it. Pyroclasm again? Damn. Alright, sure. The Might can kill the Roll in a pinch. Which can matter. They have 2 cards left. We are not drawing spells. Okay. Mortuary. Overlord's going to go on top, so we're going to cast it next turn, so it's fine. That's a pretty good pickup, actually. I mean, Pyroclasm does push damage, you know, with the Swiss Spear, which is kind of cool, so. Let's also use they for our opponent. Know who's behind the screen. Here's a Heartfire hero. That's pretty good. So, block, sack, kill the monster roll. We're probably dead here. What's up, Basking? I mean, we are gaining effectively 3 life here. Might's a great card. Just a really good magic card. Go to 10. Draw Overlord. Let's do it.
Spawn more overlords.
Mill some cards. Souls of a Lost is currently a 13-14. However, the Hollow Marauder will probably draw us a card. It's still going to be the Souls of a Lost, so... Get Souls of a Lost, we'll just sack a land to play it. If this thing lives, it's great, too. If they can't push to the 5-5 here, I think we're going to be in great shape. Either way, we're blocking, though, so... Yes, I know. It is actually hilarious that they buffed Haywire Might in Alchemy, which is just, like, a perfect exemplification of what Haywire Might is. What Alchemy is. It's just, like, doesn't make any sense at all, but, yeah. It's like a 1-2 that gains 3, I think, which is like preposterous. The card's so good, but All right, so they draw Challenger, really good draw. They have the Village. They're super wide here, but our blocks are still pretty good. Take 7. We're probably still dead, yeah. We can't get any life here, so we block this. If we draw exactly Overwhelming Remorse and can exile the Heartfire hero, we do not. So pretty sure we're dead. Overlord can return a Marauder, which can draw a Remorse, right? As a possible outcome. Probably our only out. Even though 2 Remorses are gone. Yeah, I think that's our only out here. So, so we attack, hit Overwhelming Remorse, or hit the 4/2. We have 2 blockers and Remorse the Heartfire hero. That's our plan. Mill over, non-Remorse. Get back Hollow Marauder. Take 5. Here we go, folks. We gotta go runner here. They discard a card they don't have. We draw. Honestly, Haywire Might's not bad. Hulk Burster Swarm, sure. Sacrifice a Sparse. Play Haywire Might. Say go. 15 life. They can target this thing, though. We should have Mortuaried first before Marauder. You're right. Yes, you're correct. Good catch.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
16, 17. Can I borrow a feeling? Can I borrow a Monstrous Rage, please?
Yeah.
Tense. Tense moment here. They hit a Questing Druid. Okay. Sure. They're going to Seek the Beast. A lot of outs here. They hit Manifold Mouse and Mountain. Manifold Mouse, sure. I mean, I think we're still fine. Just barring... Like, barring Monstrous Rage, we're in good shape. Like, their attacks aren't great. But, like, we also weren't winning the game next turn. You know, if we were going to, like, get another Marauder, rebuy the Overlord thing, they could just chump block the Souls of a Lost. Yeah. So, like, we weren't dead this turn. If they can't trample and double strike the Heartfire hero. If they trample it, I block and I go to 1 and then gain 2. Or no, they have 4 attackers. I think we were just dead. Yeah, I think actually we were just dead. If they give trample, not double strike. We block 3 things, take 2, and then 1. Yeah, we were just dead. So sure, whatever. We would have won game 3 for sure, so it's totally fine. Red Storm asks in chat, as a much worse Magic player than me, do you think it is worth entering the Arena Open? I would enter the Arena Open just like you were gambling, with money that you are okay losing. You know, it's fun, it's entertaining. I think Arena Opens are great. It's like $20 or whatever, something like that. It's not very much, considering that when you like travel to a tournament, like say you're playing in a pre-release or PTQ, like entries $50, gas, tolls, you know, travel if you're gonna stay in a hotel room. Like Arena Opens are the cheapest Magic event by far. They're not easy, but if you are understanding that, like, you know, you are, sounds good. You're playing with money you're okay to lose. That's great. They're really fun. It's just a great chance to play high-level Magic from your freaking couch if you want to, so. Just don't, like gambling, don't play with money you can't afford to lose, you know. All right, Meticulous Archive. Keep the card on top. Okay, so our hand's great here. We got Scout and Overlord. Let's explore. Keep that beanstalk. Let's do it.
That is huge.
All right, are they like blue-white control, or are they? Don't know. I can't just cast a beanstalk, so Shrug. Alright. No more lies. Sure, you got me. Even the control decks don't play that many counter spells, so. They're going to play turn 3 Jace. And Shrink, sure. So, obviously you want them to mill me. That'd be cool. Alright, so land, Vermin, Overlord. Will Bill, first time chatters, is trying to get him this game that's really confusing. Magic's not easy, but it is also the best game ever made. So it is worth the effort, my friend. Happy to have you. And don't be shy of asking questions. So we mill over a bunch of stuff. We mill over 4 creatures. Cool. I think that Gravestalker is our best choice here. Wish I had that Beans back, you know, but Jace is bad against us until it's good. Like, if they deck us with it, it's good. It's bad otherwise. We can just kill it with the Remorse, too, so. So we have 3 creatures in the bin. Shrinkies. Won't be that many other targets for Remorse anyway in this matchup. Interesting. I cast a Marauder. They don't have a counterspell, it sucks, but it's pretty high upside if they don't. It's a 2 for 1, possibly a 3 for 1. Yeah, they don't have that many counterspells in their decks. It is what it is. The fact that it exiles is really annoying too, obviously. Wasn't Arne, it was Ely. Ely also played this deck and convinced Arne to play it. I talked to Arne on Thursday night at the player party, and he was like, I audibled literally 10 minutes before submission to Ely's deck. So, alright, they're going to Riptide Gearhulk. I guess we do have targets for this, so that's fun. Sure. I think we're in pretty good shape here, actually. With only 2 cards in their hand. Also don't think that the Pro Tour Blue-White control deck was playing this card. If I remember correctly. Arne had... Yep, none of that card. Milled himself. They mill over Coast, Anchorage, and draw a card. We draw Vermin. Vermin's funny because, like, in theory we should mill a creature. And if we brick and can't play both of these, it's so bad for us. So, whatever, this is good. Let's kill this. Kill this. And then we're going to just poke the Jace, I think. 1 damage is not worth it much. Oh, right. I'm an idiot. I forgot about the tuck. I was guaranteed a creature. I'm dumb.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
It is not an exile removal spell. It is a tuck removal spell. I haven't seen this card too often. Stock up. Dig through time. Very good. And a land. Our Overlord's also coming into the fray pretty soon too, so... Alright, so we're going to shrink the Vermin and kill the Gravestalker. It sucks. Draw a Molt Tendy. Stock up's unbelievable. It's really, really good. The percent in the title is the percent of other decks in the metagame. I was being clever. So clever. Get Lost is insane for us. Much better than Ride's End. We can mill this Scout, I think. Mill the Scout. And a land. And then we can just spread these out, I think. Still. Hollow Marauder stays on top. Love that. And then, I think we're just all in here. Whatever. Say go. We do need to be aware of... We don't want to be in a turn where we have the Overlord come in and get Wrathed. So... Demolition Field can shuffle the deck. Wow, you got me. Stock up again. Got the Teferi sleeves, man. They're really in character, you know.
I'm in control here.
Good old Gandalfs.
I suppose you think that was terribly clever.
I do actually. Thank you for noticing.
You look terrible.
All right, yeah. Shrink the thing. Goes to 4.
Become subdued.
I mean, I am stoked to draw this card, so we're just gonna start there. Karn is recovering from his surgery. He had his dew claws removed. So they discard. Hopefully I draw also. We get rocked by a Wrath here a little bit, but I think it's like, this is too good not to play, so. Alright. Opponent. Let's go. Discard Lockdown, we draw Marauder. I'm going to hold this one for post-Wrath.
What curious behavior.
So, Overlord comes in. We're probably getting Wrath this turn. We follow up with a Marauder. Get what they cut. Yeah, this is not the handshake Decklist. So we are definitely slipping away here. Them countering the beans on turn 2 was the entire game. If that resolved, the game was over. But all right, so there's your Wrath. Currently at 39 cards in hand. Marauder's great. So best draw here is probably Beanstalk. That's probably true in most scenarios, but oh, Vermin. Cast Marauder. They have a cancel. Oh my god, man. Alright. 34 cards. We don't really need to mill ourselves anymore. We've already achieved our goals in that respect. I'm just gonna mill them. Buckle up, folks. Like, we have 7 creatures in the graveyard. All our things are cheaper. It would make Souls of a Lost bigger, but 12, 13 is big enough anyway. And then being decked by Jace is a reasonable possibility. So,
Organic minds.
Eternal Wanderer? Sure.
I've made it just in time.
Beans and Marauder or Overlord are our good draws. Not Blooming Marsh, that's for sure. Day of Judgment. Back in the format.
Our plans are beyond yours.
Eternal Wanderer kills pretty quick. Double strike gas, really. I mean, they're out of gas. You know, like if we just draw a, a Beans or a Marauder to Beans, something like that, or an Overlord, we've got some big draws. Okay, okay. Last card, not a counterspell, please. That's step 1. Moltender is not step 2, but we're already down. We're down 2 Marauders, 3 Marauders. So we have 3 Overlords, a Marauder, and a bunch of other big creatures too. Us has to it. Oh no, so never mind. That was a warning that you can't attack us more than 1 creature. So say go. I guess the Maverick would have been better than Moltender in a spot. Like, Surveilling would be so good here. So, it's tough to say. Why don't you just play both, honestly, you know? I think Moltender's been fine. Not good in a matchup like this where it's about speed, but... Alright, down to 6. 8, sorry. Like, we could pop off next turn. If we just, you know, draw a card that triggers Beans. All right, there you go. Here we go, folks. Souls Lost. Okay, not the best ever, but sure. Just a 13-14. Fierce Image, you won your first RCQ? Congrats, my friend. That's awesome. Celebrate your victories, folks. Oh, they can just use the Wanderer Ultimate. Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I haven't seen this card in a while. Then they attack with everything. Yeah, we're just dead. Okay, sure. Whatever. So, we were pretty dead that game either way. All right. I mean, rough game. They had everything they needed in the early spots, which is very bad for us, obviously. But we have to bring in a Duress Starving Revenant, I guess. Haywire Might. Is it Shooter or Haywire Might? Rest in Peace, Lockdown, both possibilities. Maybe both. Cut the Harvesters, Shave a Remorse or two. Shave one. Scout Tenders. Soul's Lost pretty bad here. Just card disadvantage, you don't want that. Scrap Shooter's good. I'm gonna go with this. We're gonna keep Duress Tender Beanstalk is pretty insane. It's a one-lander, but will I be in Minneapolis for the SGCon? I don't believe so. I'm commentating Charlotte next weekend. Minneapolis is the other RC for Hartford. I'm not queuing for the PT anymore, so maybe I will go. I don't know. You know, I put very little stock in RCs when I was queuing for the PTs. Now that I'm not qualified, they're more valuable, so I'm not sure, honestly. I'm also not planning on going all out, though, and like trying to go to every tournament and try and qualify for the PT again. So I'm going to do my content, play when I can. So, I don't know, honestly. Like, there's Portland, too. A limited GP is pretty fun. All right, so we missed. It's fine. We can Duress, exile the Duress for mana. Yeah, let's do that. Let's Duress. We see a horrendous hand.
Still a piece of garbage.
Sure. So, odds they play. I want a percent odds from every person in chat. And every person on YouTube, leave a comment. What is the percent chance they cast Rest in Peace next turn? That's what I want to know. In a number. To 1 decimal place, percent chance my opponent casts Rest in Peace next turn. You tell me. I want to know. Wow.
Inconceivable.
They don't have it. Okay. All right, we're going to mill a card. It's a creature. Cool. All right, so we get to cast Beans here. We've missed on land twice, unfortunately, but we're resolving Beans, so pluses and minuses. Draw land. We do draw land. Cool. All right. Looking pretty good here. We have this Shooter recipe, see if they have it, but... Now we can Overlord next turn and draw a card. Up the Beanstalk, some card. It's some magic card. They play a Jace, sure.
Kapaz. Imasahak.
It is shrunk. Draw land. Cool. Just gonna Overlord. Actually, we should play this first.
Some more overlords.
Draw a card. Oh yeah, we're Overlord, folks. I am Lord. 2 creatures. Return the Marauder. Just gonna Overlord again. This is pretty nice. Much better game here than last game for us. Draw another card. Sick. Mill some cards. Bunch of creatures. What does this card do? EDB Surveil 2. Each card you put on top of your library, you draw a card and lose 3. And then descend 8. Whenever you draw a card, if there are 8 or more opponent's cards in your graveyard, they lose 1 and you gain 1. I mean, it's a pretty good card. It doesn't trigger Beans, but let's try it. It's in there for a reason, right? And Pending goes down, say go. Our hand is absolutely juiced now. Oh, Arnie played against the Revenant and almost died to it. That's hilarious. Well, look at me. I'm smart. Beza. A bad draw. They get no tokens. They get a card and some life. Pretty good. We, on the other hand, we want to bin a creature pretty badly. You think Wiz's plan for impending to count for beans? I mean, I'm sure they realized the interaction. I don't know if these cards are supposed to be legal together or not. I think they were, so. Alright, We want to... I want to jam Marauders. I'm going to mill a card, try to get lucky at a land, I think. And just start chaining Marauders. God damn it. Mill a creature I meant, obviously, but whatever, sure. Here's a Marauder. Big time card advantage. They discard a card. If it's big, we don't draw. If it's not big, we draw. We draw an Overlord. Jeez, we're going off. We're like discarding the hand size at this point, which is kind of sick. Whatever, sure. Oh my god, we're just going nuts. Do it again. They have a 4/5. The goal is to get to Wrath before the Overlords come off, but I think this game is like, we're in phenomenal shape, so. Another Hollow Marauder? Holy moly. Alright, let's discard the Tendies. And now everything's super cheap. We have shooters if they... I mean, if they were to cast Rest in Peace, it would suck pretty bad, but this guy still counts the cards in exile, which is fun, so. Still pretty, you know, kind of cool against Graveyard Hate. The other ones do not, but... They're going to Jace, Shrink, a Marauder. Devout Decree. Cool. Exile creature planeswalker's blocker, red scry 1. Sure. Keep it on put it on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, you got it, friend. So next turn, I mean, the Revenant can draw some cards. Yeah. Scrap shooters for days. We Revenant, we can Surveil 2, and then top and draw, and try to find a land. Or we can just chain together these guys. Oh, yeah, we have 10, 2. Let's do this. So let's get the Revenant going. If you draw a card, we drain for 1. So it's like a pseudo Shieldred. So Surveil 2. Should top both, so draw, take damage, drain. Just has a sick amount of cards available. Hold Burster, draw a card. Then if they Wrath, it's like comical, you know? So make it green. Soroka scored a goal today? That's sick. It's an Islanders goalie goal. Pretty rare. Alright, explore. To land. Tickle Jace for 1. Again, trying to get them to Wrath before these Overlords come off. But we're also just in phenomenal shape, so. I'm going to dump a Scrap Shooter. Where does Overlord of the Baelmerk currently fall on the Overlord power rankings? Green Overlord's number 1. I think Black Overlord's number 2 at this point, right? Seeing play in a variety of formats. Just a really powerful card. It's the highest price. Most valuable in it's possible if you want to like discount standard. It's number 1. Because it's seeing play like modern and like other stuff as well. Alright, so they cast stock up. They just mill me? Sure. I guess, again, once I have the critical mass of graveyard cards, they actually want to mill me, I think, so. Oh, blue is by far the worst. It's always been the worst. Red Overlord is definitely better. It doesn't really have a home, I don't think. Okay, so... Definitely got to kill Jace. This is Menace, right? Sucks because like we have so much damage potential here too, but how many of the removal spell do we have? We have not. We have 2 in our deck right now. Remorses. I'm gonna cast the Marauder. Nope. Drain. Because if they have a Jace in their hand, they can just minus this Jace, play your Jace, minus it, and deck me. So we actually can't shoot our own beans either. That's tough. We attack them. 6, 10. I don't think we're there on killing them, so 22 cards. 15 is the magic number for Jace, so we need to be aware of that. And still turn? Sure. A little nervous with this game, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to trade this. Kill Jace. I'm gonna play 2 Vermins and mill them twice and say go, I think. It sucks that the Overlords actually can't attack either because it's a forced mill. So we're in like a little slightly precarious spot here. I think the verdict is that Jace it's actually pretty good against us. Top card Stage Judgment. Oh yeah.
That is huge.
Right, I'm just gonna go. This is fine. So let them Wrath. The Overlords can attack for lethal, but I have to win the game that turn or I die. So end step Deduce. Alright. Alright, well the clue draw is great. Whenever your opponent starts stirring with a clue, you always mentally pump the fist. Because it means they got nothing ever digging. So, no Wrath, please. And I think we're good to go here. We can chain some draws with Beanstalk and the Revenant to kill them as well. If I Overlord to return the Revenant, I get precariously close to 15 cards and just dying to a one-shot Jace, which I don't want to be doing, so. They have a temporary lockdown. Interesting. This actually removes the beans. So they're at 17. I draw beans. Draw a card. Scrap Shooter can kill this. And actually, the Flyers are in the air. The Menace, that's 14. Yeah, there's dead. What's some card I'm not thinking of? Give him a card. Kill a lockdown. And now all the beans draws will drain and kill. It's pretty fun one of. The fun of one of. I've been a Wrath again. Keep a card on top. Keep never super dead. Oh my god. Holy moly. Alright, alright. That's enough. Game 3. And they showed us no graveyard hate. Let's take a look real fast. We saw about half their deck, and we see no Rest in Peace. We also see lockdowns, making Rest in Peace even less likely, which is good for us. So, game 3. Anything change? They have Beza, Gear Hulk. I gotta want the 4th Remorse, actually. I'm gonna shave a Shooter. We were a little Shooter flooded that game. Shooter. This is Shooter's tour. Alright. Trying for a little self-loathing here. Ugh. Oh no, what do we do here? Our hand is like 3 lands, 4 spells. Marauder's like one of our best cards. We have no enablers here, but our deck is almost all enablers, and we have a mortuary too. I maybe keep this, honestly. Is that weird? Like, it's just enabler, 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 enabler on Overlord too. So yeah, I think mortuary tips the balance for me. I'm gonna keep this. Game's gonna go long anyway, so second mortuary is fine. That's an enabler.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
Not sure about third mortuary. I think we're gonna ship that one. I think 2 is fine. All right, we draw Beanstalk. We want to resolve Beanstalk though, so I'm gonna be a little more stingy about this. So it's mortuary again. Been a Swarm. That's the first creature in the graveyard. They've been pretty aggro about playing Jace on turn 3 too, so. Alright, there you go.
More predictable bark always takes rock.
Cannot win.
They're gonna mill me?
I know where to find.
That's insane. That is preposterous. That is just like... Alright, sure. I guess I could have waited for Beans. I just got so excited there. I was just like absolutely stunned that they did that. I probably should have waited, just went Beans and then Remorse.
Whoopsie.
But whatever. I just can't even fathom that would be an exchange. That I mean, you just mill yourself, right? You don't have to mill me. Like, alright, so play this, play Vermin. The mill, like, could mean they have Rest in Peace. But, like, these are still cheap to cast anyway, so it's fine. That's crazy. Temporary lockdown, no problem. You get a double Marauder. Marauder's like the best card in the deck by a mile, I think. This card's really, really good. Been a Lance, there you go. Speak of the devil. Alright, discard a card. If it's not big, I draw a card. It's a lockdown. Alright, discard a card. If it's not big, I draw a card. Doesn't even need the Beans. We have a lot of disenchants too, so. Alright, cool. We got 8 power in play. Fantastic. Cool. Great exchange for us. And we draw an Overlord. So we can hard cast Overlord to get back a Marauder. Yeah, I'm in. Like, we could jam a few other things. Actually, you know what? We should get their entire hand, right? We should just Marauder and then Overlord the Marauder. We have plenty of cards in our deck, so let's do that. We get the Get Lost. We draw Beanstalk, too. Beanstalk is great. I think getting their last card is pretty high priority. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. We have plenty of Beans Fuel also. We're in great shape right now. So, get back a Marauder. Play another Marauder. Get your last card. It is a Eternal Wanderer. Cool. Play a Tendy and say go. And now, like, we have 2-turn lethal in play and absolute gas in our hand. They agree.
Game.
Cool.
Blouses.
Hooray. All right, so yeah, we still can't believe that they milled us there, and like they all hit that enough creatures we can Remorse, but whatever. This deck's pretty sweet. It obviously is, you know, a victim of graveyard hate, where like Oculus was kind of popular at the Pro Tour also. So like, and there's some Awakening decks and stuff. So like, the more graveyard hate there is, the worse this deck is, obviously. But it's interesting where like one of the important things about Pro Tour deck selection is like having a deck for the field. You want to have the deck that's best for that day, that weekend, right there. For example, we played Matt Ness's championship deck on stream a few days ago, and it wasn't even good anymore. Because, like, it stopped playing Cavern of Souls. That was a decision made for that weekend, and so on and so forth. And it's a metagame is a moving target, you know? This deck lines up well in the respect that I don't think there's much graveyard hate in the room. But, like, its matchup spread's a little weird. Like, I don't know how good this deck is against Domain. It doesn't seem phenomenal against Gruul. Like, so, like, I don't know what its matchup spread is like, but if you love graveyard decks, this deck's gas. Super fun. I think Beans is awesome. I don't know where I stand on the Molt Tender versus Maverick debate. I think playing some number of both could be a possibility. But yeah, deck's sweet. Deck's really cool. More to go on stream. You two folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. You're all great. Peace.